Is there any second selection in the diversity visa lottery? Are people selected into batches? Maybe when the results are out, they give these people who have won, and then there is a second selection down the road. I'm asking that question because many people want to know, is there any second selection? Some of the forums, people say that. Some of the comments, people say that. So there is ongoing debate on that issue. Or even, is there any third selection? Or when they give the results, it's just once and for all, the results are out. How do they do, the government, when they give the results for the diversity visa lottery? So in order to do that, I have to take you back into two main documents. The first document will be the confirmation number. What wording have been used there? That will be number one. Number two, we'll go to see when you check the results, what are the wording again in or after checking the results? And in case you haven't won, when they say your entry has not been selected, what other words are there? Possible they tell you there is no second selection or there is second selection. Or what are the wording which we see brings confusion? That means, can you recheck later your DV lottery status if you have won? You check the day you won, you haven't won. If you come 2 months later, if you check, will your result change? Because if there is second selection, we have to know if will result change. Welcome everyone, Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM here, and today we are here to give more education on so many issues related to immigration, and today we are on the green card lottery, checking of the results. Obviously, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so, number one, and number two, you have to make sure that you go ahead and share the video. So, when you apply for the diversity visa lottery, you are given the confirmation number. On the confirmation number, these are the wording which you can be able to read. I'm going to read it from my phone here. They say, please either print this page or make a record of the confirmation number before closing this window. You will not be able to retrieve this number after you close this window. Obviously, they're talking about this page, but you can retrieve the confirmation number when the results are out. And it continues to say as follows. You may return your confirmation number to check your entry status via entrance status check between. So they give the dates of the results which are expected to happen of that fiscal year. So if we are talking about the DV 2023, they say between May 7th, which will be on Saturday, to September 30th, 2023. So you may retain your confirmation number in order to check your entry status via entrance status check between May 7th, 2022 to September 30th, 2023, because that is the DV fiscal year. DV 2023, you can check the results on that one to determine whether your entry was selected for further processing in the DV 2023. You will be required to enter your confirmation number in combination with other personal information in order to check your status. Other combination of personal information that includes the year of birth and your last name. You may check your results. This is what they say. Between May 7th. May 7th, 2022 is the first day they are releasing the results. But It's not a must to check only on the first day. You can check it the second day, you can check it the 10th day, you can check it the 9th day, whatever it is. But from May 7th, 2022 to September 30th, because September 30th, 2023 will be the end of the fiscal year for DV 2023. If we go back, the DV 2022 winners, they started when the results are out on that May, June, whatever that time it was. And it will continue until September 30th, 2022. That will be the last day you can put the confirmation number to check the results. If you put the confirmation number after that end of fiscal year, the confirmation number is no longer valid. Just like if now you go and you put the 2021 confirmation number, it will tell you the confirmation number is not valid. So if you put the confirmation number, the day the results are out, you put the confirmation number, then you put the year of birth, you put your last name, and if you have won the DV lottery, it will say your entry has been selected. And you will get the first notification as the winner with a PDF that you have been randomly selected, whatever, blah, 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 blah. This does not mean everything. But if you haven't won, it will tell, as you say, as follows. I'm going to read. Based on the information provided, your case number, your confirmation number, year of birth, and last name. Based on the information provided, the entry has not been selected for further processing for the electronic diversity visa program at this time. The entry has not been selected for further processing for the electronic diversity visa program at this time. The first confusion for many people, why they say there is second selection, is just the last part. They say at this time. Does it mean if I come another time, the results will be different? It's just like if you go to ask you to borrow money from your friend, and you ask, can you give me maybe $20? So, oh no, I don't have the money at this time. Different from we say, I'm not going to give you money at all, whether it's today, whether tomorrow. So the first confusion is when they say the entry has not been selected for further processing of the V, whatever, at this time. And they continue to give you confusion. They say as follows: please verify that you have entered all information correctly. You may recheck the entry status by clicking on the ESC. It's just the homepage link. Entry status check. So you may recheck. You may try to go and recheck from the same website. The point is, they want to make sure that verify the information you entered is correct. If it's not correct, go back and try to recheck. But they haven't said, go and recheck, the results will be able to be different. No. They haven't said that. If they have to make the decision that they're going to do second selection, I remember in the year 2012 there is something going on, so they mentioned that they'll be putting the results for this whatever again in October. Apart from that one, they gave with the other results in October. Something happened, whatever. That is a special case in 2012, DV 2012. But basically, if you go to check the result, this part of the language is used that the end has not been selected at this time. What do they mean by this at this time? It is at this time of the fiscal year 2022 or fiscal year 2023, if it will be 2024. At this time of the entry fiscal year you have identified. That is what they mean. Not at this time of today, that means tomorrow the change will be there. It means Your entry has not been selected. The entry has not been selected in this fiscal year. At this time of DV 2022, at this time of DV 2023, at this time of DV 2024, at this time of DV 2025, your entry has not been selected. So, there is no second selection, unfortunately. To prove to you that there is no second selection, already when the diversity visa lottery makes selection, they make selection of the reserve of more people, just in case people will be denied the visa, just in case people are not checking the results, just in case people are not showing up during the interview, or just in case many applicants, even if they fill the visa form, they are supposed to go to the interview, maybe the main applicant died. So they choose more people. For instance, in the DV 2021, the government or the Department of State selected 133,000. The winners or the visas are going to be issued is 55,000 winners. They selected 133,000, meaning they selected 78,000 more than the normal required. 78 more. So there is no need to have second selection. Why? Because they have already have extra people. More than that. In DV 2022, they have selected 119,000 winners. The visas will be issued, maximum is 55,000. They have selected 64,000 more than the number of visas will be issued by the US embassies and consulates around the world. So why do they need to have another second selection? In order to do what? To have 300,000 people just to be there with their hopes up? No. So when you check the results, you check it the first time. I mean, if you want to confirm more, you can check the second time. Because if you put it there, say, maybe I put the wrong number. Obviously, there is no way you'll put the wrong confirmation number, even one letter, and you get the results. Because that confirmation number, if you put the wrong one, it has to match with your last name. It has to match with your year of birth, so that you can be able to check the results. Unless otherwise, you are twins, like Makulilo, my brothers are twins, year of birth is the same, last name is the same. Maybe that when you put one confirmation number be wrong and to match it to the other brother, maybe that way. But otherwise, if you check the result and you find out your entry has not been selected, that means you put the correct information. You can check again for the one more time, but even if you check how many times every single day for the period from the first day of the results until September of the following year, the results will never change, will be the same. And if you have won, the results again will never change, will be the same. So check once, if you want to check the second time, and then continue with your business. If you haven't won, continue to apply for the DV lottery. Continue to find ways, other ways to come to America, to go to Europe, to go to other countries. Continue to find the ways on reaching your dreams, jobs, business, whatever, whether in your country, outside your country. You have to continue to do better for your life. But don't stay in the moment of, oh, maybe there is second selection. Let me wait for one more month. Let me wait for another month. There will be, maybe they made a mistake. They're going to select me again. No. That is unfortunate. So, your entry has not been selected. It means it is once and for all, you haven't been selected for that fiscal year. Can you recheck results later? You can if you want. Will the result change? No, the results will not change. It is final and conclusive. If you have won, you have won. If you haven't, you haven't. They are not going to change. So I just want to make that clarification. So don't forget, don't stick on the moment that you haven't won. You just, every single day you wake up, you are going to check the result. Today is that day they are going to do the second selection. No, there is no second selection. it's over. Okay, so thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe.